yourself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators' long wait is coming to an end as they'll foot to it, and the season will get underway. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Air Force's offense will have the football first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of five-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But, David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So, interested to see how they do in developing these guys.
The Gators offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man.
Intercepted in the first drive. Into the pick. Got him down quickly after the pick. But, man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. Get at the 27. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Inside the touchdown, Florida. The defense putting points on the board. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0. It is one thing to... interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Osborne. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got the back in the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Falcons line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your court...
Turning it on! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Still on his just dismissing tackles. Touchdown Gator! He would not be denied.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking to throw, it's Lane. It's complete. Pushed through behind his pad. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed, and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The sure hands, it's Jamison. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. He fakes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
Sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Lane. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle, and he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gator.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Red behind the line. It's Marshall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. He now has 74 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jamison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Falcon! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Give to the back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Lane. The quick out. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Florida. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Right down the middle. That's reeled in. It's Jamison. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Falcons want to move quickly. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Let's talk for a second about Air Force. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They just keep firing. Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quarterback extends the play. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Air Force.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Don't want it to happen. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Manning. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Coming out with it, it's Marshall. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the touchdown Gator. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
49, Air Force 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Marshall. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Toss to the outside. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. On first down from their own 22. They'll ride the hot hand. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bringing the heat. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Falcons will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcons Stadium.
And a few anxious moments when the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll try to do it himself. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Shows him the stiff arm. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Here we go. Quick release by the QB. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. And now on second down for this offense. Now the play fake. Flips it out in the flat. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that. In in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make the...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going...
Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. You should have ran a better route.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Lane. Pressure coming. And he's snowed under. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off going over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Falcons will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Hand off to the lone back. Hard running there. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The give on the option. Turning it on. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown Gator. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Unleashes one. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Manning. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
That pass is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Osborne. Finds us back in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Falcons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He's looking to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And as the ball bounces out of bounds, no dice on the onside kick attempt.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Let's go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And that's a
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
28.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on. You can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but sure.
I think I just learned how to walk. And it's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. You just got to take care, fixing it.